Hello Internet, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2 DLC, and I've done this intro already, but I started recording and realized I wasn't actually recording, which is great, so I only got audio. That said, I didn't get very far, which is good, but I did get an extra Prometheus flame here, so if you're looking for them, there was one right here. It's right down the cliff on the section from 5 to 8. All you have to do is jump down the hill, which I did not do. So yeah, we are a couple puzzles deep into the first of these DLC episodes. We're just more than halfway through, and we're just going to keep going. We have a lot more puzzles to tackle here today, and maybe we'll see some more secrets like we did the last time. So yeah, this is the one we went with last time, which was a pretty easy puzzle of like dropping the box down, and obviously this section has all been about using lasers and blocking things. Oh boy. Okay, this is called Incarnation. Okay, that I can't pick up. It's just a thing. Alright, what's going on here? I think most of these puzzles help by seeing what the goal is. That's interesting. So that'll, once this is opened, this will keep this open. Unless I step in front of it, but that would be dumb. Okay, so I have to get in here. I have to open this up with whatever. Okay, so I have to block this red laser. All right, seems mostly obvious. So I have to just get in here. And then to get in here, I need to get a red laser, which means I need to block this. All right, let's not overthink this. Let's go here. Does that do anything? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, but I do need a blue. That is mostly correct. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, I need a blue laser. Not here. There it is. Okay. And that stays open. Right, because the red is being directed elsewhere. Cool. It's really cool that they were able to push their in-game system this far and find enough puzzles, 16 in fact, that work with this system. It's really cool. Okay, so theoretically, if I just do this... Aha! Okay, so now we have another problem, which is that I'm gonna have to kill the red laser coming in there. And I can't just do that. That's not gonna help. So do I have to kill the red laser entirely? Well, that shuts me in, but I don't think that's actually a problem. Okay, that's now open, as we said before. That now stays open, so I don't have to do this anymore. But now how do I get out? I have to feed the red laser to that switch, which means I have to block this. Okay, well, that blocked me in there. How about this one? Block this? Yes! All right, cool puzzle.
What I'd never considered was that stripped of biological necessity and physical need, as well as all the strange stigmas and taboos our ancestors associated with their bodies. Love might be more pure, more powerful, that we can love with fewer distractions than they could. And so the experience is all the more overwhelming. I do think we should learn to simulate some of those biological processes. Would be fun.
No comment. But robot sex, I guess, is what is being simulated there. Man, she really is down bad. I know we saw this computer. I don't know if we read from this computer. I don't think so. It has been a jump of time since the last recording session, so I don't know. Let's read them. 17 questions about reality. Cicero correctly observed that we are not born for ourselves alone. Aristotle likewise pointed out that man is a social animal. Plato's Symposium depicts characters praising the spiritual and philosophical importance of love, with Socrates arguing for the more abstract notion of learning to love the form of beauty itself, which honestly seems a little omonistic if you ask me. Jesus placed love above all other considerations, demanding that people even love their enemies. But if we all agree that love is so important, why is love so rarely taken into consideration by the system we live in? It may seem like a naive question, but think about the sheer moral and intellectual weight behind the idea that love matters. Why is our reality so out of step with our philosophy? Yeah. Damaged file. Truth. Bailey Steele. User highlighted. I love that. I love that detail that she's highlighting them specifically. These are passages from larger things. You want to know the truth about love? No one knows what they're doing. It's all improv, man. It's 2 million years of people muddling through. Prophets and messiahs and philosophers declare that love is what it's all about, and we go, yeah, that's right. And then we try and we fail and we hurt each other, and we try and we try again. We have moments of, I'm going to say, fucking transcendence, and then we think we with the wrong organ, and we make a mess of everything, and on it goes forever and ever. Amen. Did you know the craziest part? You could go through all the shit that I did, end up with a body like an old rag and a brain full of holes, and still, to your dying day, you'll go, yeah, it was love. Love for my family, my music, my friends, and even my fucking ex-wife. It was all about love, and every time I forgot that I fucked myself like a fucking moron. It's all about love. I love how, like, more... The more these games go on, the more human they are, right? Like, they're talking about having human organs, and before it was very much about you are in a body of parts, and they make allusions to the fact, obviously, that humans existed and what that would have been like, but this is, I think, as direct as it's ever been, which I think is very fun. All right, great. Breakthrough. Right. We saw these green lasers before from the outside. So we're trying to hit a red laser through green lasers, and we have 2 inverters and a blue one. Okay, this is going to be similar to the one we had before, I think. But let's just see what happens if I do that. Okay, so we start shutting them off. That almost feels like it will go through. But I know the issue is that because that's a red laser input, I need to be able to put... Yeah, what I need to do is be able to take it from here, because if I try to take a source from here, it's going to be blue again, and that's not going to work. So I need to block enough lasers with one, but still be able to... What happens if I just do that? No. We got Christmas lights. Okay, well, what if I only do like half and half, right? That should work. If I just do that, what does that do for me? How about... That doesn't seem right, but let's try this. Oh! Okay. There's a clear path, and now this one, all this one has to do is connect to back one. Alright, that worked. Okay, great. Oh, it worked in a weird way, though, because this one, this middle strand here, is actually shooting for this one, but it's blocking this laser. And this one is actually shooting for this input, but it's going straight through and blocking this laser. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it works, so it's clearly intended. I would be surprised if the creators didn't think that there was going to be some fuckery going on
When
here.
we started living together, I thought I'd figured it all out. Everything would be smooth sailing from now on. I still had so much to learn about love. Even for us, it's messy. You find someone who seems to be the perfect match for you, who seems necessary in your life. And then you realize all the ways in which you don't fit together at all. Because nothing in this world is perfect.
That's I feel that hard. I feel that for sure. Oh boy. Yeah, when you choose to live with someone, whether it's romantically or like as in a relationship that you're romantically involved in, or even just having a friend, like a roommate or something like that, you learn so much more about that person by living with them, because typically you wouldn't be used to living with them before, so you have to kind of adapt to those people. Anybody who's ever had someone that they've lived with should know that. Even family members, maybe you have a family member that you didn't live with before, and now that family member has moved in, they're going to be a different type of person, or you're going to see them differently. Yeah, that's an interesting, it's an interesting thing to think about, and it's being told by the robots in the puzzle game, so I love it even more. All right, we have 2 connectors on this puzzle called Switchboard. Wow. Okay, so there's a blue one there, and a red one there. So I need to feed blue basically through the entire thing, but red has to cross over. That's not gonna be logical, right? Because if red tries to cross over here, there's no world where red, this is like a witness rule, right? This is a rule from one of the witness puzzles. If you try to get something from one end to the other and have it try to go unintersected, it's not going to work, because I'm never going to be able to take blue from here up. So I'm going to have to take red out, I think, with the connectors. I mean, it could be blue also, but there's 2 blue here, and that makes me think that I can just take... Oh, I didn't even notice the boxes. Okay, so those are going to be really hard to... Maybe not. I mean, this seems like a goofy... Oh, well, I'm not... Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can even target them, so that's out. So those boxes on the 4... Well, actually, the 4 sides plus all these receivers are not going to be able to be changed. Which means I need to make this one red. Obviously, that becomes blue. That one has to be blue. Okay, so that's a wrinkle, because this one will also always be blue, basically. Because I need to stop the red from conflicting in here. Interesting. Okay. And I need this one to become red, so I need to stop the blue from going here. So let's do those 2 things that I said, and then let's build off that, I guess. So this has to become red. This is going to over-redify it, but let's go. And then this one we can make blue. We got to make that one blue. Okay, so those 2 are now satisfied, but now I have to get this one. And this is what I was saying before. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. The conflicts are right straight down the middle now. Well, I guess because they're even, right? The red and the blue are even. We're hitting them at even points in this. That's cool. But now I need to get blue up here without it affecting the red one. So if I keep this connection, what happens if I just do both of those? Right, that's gonna conflict here. Because of the rule, it's gonna conflict because I have it here. So maybe if I just take it off the right, or off the left one? Oh, I'm making a conflict not where I need it to be. Hold on. Let's move forward. That one is still receiving red up here and blue. Yeah, this strand is doing nothing. It's going into dead water right now. Well, this one has to be red, because if this one wasn't red, or sorry, if I tried to do what I'm doing here with this one, this would always be wrong. So this has to be red here. And then what happens if if I put blue here, this should be a conflict here, right? And that will effectively cut off the red from here. Let's see. Oh. I did it. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. And yeah, look, now red is basically jumping over the blue. So there's no conflict. It's blue has their own domain and red has their own domain. Cool, I like that one. And now we're moving on to our fourth part of this DLC, over to the other side.
The ancients believed that love could be eternal. But I'll admit that sometimes it seemed impossible to continue. Sometimes I thought you were unfair, or cruel, or just incomprehensible. I'm sure you thought the same about me. And I'm sure that sometimes you were right. No wonder all the ancient love songs repeat the same themes. Longing, happiness, regret, and forgiveness. I want you. I love you. I miss you. Forgive me.
Forgive me. You gotta learn to live with all of the mistakes. Not everything. Obviously there's things that people do that are royally effed up sometimes, but sometimes people make mistakes, and sometimes you just don't agree on something and you have to find a compromise. I am only an echo of the one that was me, but I am comforted in knowing that something persists. Uriel 4. Okay, so we got our last 4 puzzles here. This is a very Talos 1 thing. There was a puzzle in the original game where there's like a star on top of the pillar, and it was probably one of the hardest puzzle in the game to try to figure out how to get there. Also, I don't know what, now that I think about it, what happens? Is this a whole other set of puzzles in here? I see the lasers going through there, so maybe. I didn't even think about actually going up there as a physical thing I should be doing. Well, let's explore for a second before we hit any of these puzzles. I see little corners. Yeah, but we're almost through this first little piece. Oh. Love isn't an emotion. It's the underlying truth of our existence. The emotion is how we respond when we notice the truth. Cool. Yeah, I really like the ancient Egyptian styling. It's not exactly accurate, but it's fun to look at. All right, here we go. Extension. Lots of lasers. Okay, so that shuts this off. Because otherwise there would be a blue laser coming through. This shuts it off and makes it a red laser? How does it do that? Oh, because... no. Oh, it's the other way around. This is a blue laser feeding out and in there. If I cut it off, it's taking from the red source that's out here. Okay. And then I have a connector. I have a connector and a glass wall. It's feeding into there. It goes over here. Also, I did see that that button opens and closes this door up here too. Oh, I can walk in here. Ooh, this seems important. How do I get that out? Well, if I put this on here, that should work. So let's take these out. So now I have 3 connectors, which is excellent. That should be plenty to do what I need to do here. And now we have a ridiculous run of lasers, which I'm actually curious to know why. I have to assume it's connection points, right? So it's our continued theory of the amount of connection points it goes through is the number where the conflict happens. So this is saying that I need at least 6 to compete with this side. And then I have a blue laser here. Aha, and our ending needs a blue laser here. All right, I think I understand. All right, so let's take you off because we're gonna need a blue laser more than anything. So right now, yeah, so it's almost like a barometer. So it's in 1, 2, 3, 4. It's conflicting on the 5th one. So we need 2 more connection points to make it compete on the blue side. So we know what those are, but how do we... Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, so if I do... I'm going to put this on there. Now this will take this one. And then I'll need one more, so maybe I just take this off. Do 1 and 2. And then I keep the connections and I go to this one up here. Oh. Yes! Very good. So the numbers work. All we have to do is just play the numbers game a little bit.
The worst thing I came to realize as I grew older is there are so many ways to hurt other people. Even without any malice, even when you're just trying to be yourself, you end up doing things that cause real harm. You can read every ethical philosopher in the world and you still won't be able to avoid it. Because that's just how we are. Our interactions with each other can't be fully reduced to some abstract system.
All right. Well, with that, I want to call this episode. We've done a lot. We did a lot of puzzles. We'll hit this computer and the last 3 puzzles in this section on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes of this game and other puzzle games we've been playing on the channel. You could check a playlist if you want to watch any of the series straight through to the current episode. And yeah, with that, that's pretty much it. We'll keep it brief. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.